gon' perish. This shit high, boy. Yeah, I call your phone, but I only heard some buzzing. Left me all alone, baby, I dismiss this love shit. Didn't want your tone, yeah, you treat me like an option. Heart is turning stone, now I'm walking without caution. Catch a vibe, baby, we gon' feel alright. It's alright, baby, we can run the night. Take a side, baby.
What's up, guys? I'm Landon from Shoewear, and today we're checking out a budget-friendly basketball shoe in the Nike Fly.by Mid 2 black and white. So first, thank you guys for stopping by to check us out. Feel free to drop a follow or subscribe wherever you're watching and give this video a like. We would greatly appreciate that. But, starting off with the box and the price, it's been a while since I reviewed a basketball shoe that came in, Nike's OG orange box. So, it's been a while since I got any shoe in with this kind of box. But I'm sure most of you have seen this before. So, looking at the price for these, it really can't get much better at $65 for the retail tag. I mean, this is hands down the cheapest shoe, or the cheapest basketball shoe that I've checked out before. So, let's get to it. So checking out the appearance and just the overall design for these, it's nothing too special as far as the colorway. We're just rocking like the black and white color scheme on these, but compared to other signature shoes, this is going to offer more of a simplistic look. There just isn't a ton going on with this design, and that's totally fine because that's about exactly what you'd expect from a shoe that retails a little closer to the price of a hoodie than like an actual pair of basketball shoes. But at first glance, these do kind of remind me a little bit of the Nike Hyper Rev from like way back in 2015. I actually played in those a little bit too, and they were all right. But you also have a little bit of the PG5 look going on to the midsole. That one might be a little bit more of a reach, but I also think it's pretty cool how you have that speckled midsole design to kind of spark these up just a bit. But you're going to have a few different designs going on across the upper for this setup, but it is pretty clear that the purpose of this shoe is a little more for basketball and a little bit less to focus on the aesthetics. So let's see how these hold up on the court. So getting into the materials and more of the performance side for these shoes, I'll start off with the cushioning first. So this Fly.by Mid 2 design has a full-length foam midsole meant to be lightweight and flexible, and these are definitely light to move around in, but the cushion is like far from what I'm used to playing in, which is like some more like expensive player shoe lines and stuff like that. You're also going to have no air zoom, like no air turbo, zoom strobel, Cushlon, Phylon, all that stuff. It's just kind of left off of the shoe, so it is really no surprise that these do lack a soft feel just a little bit, or maybe a lot of it. But you don't get a lot of protection whenever you're landing from your shots, but these are at least pretty easy to move around in. For the materials, you're going to get some basic stuff going on, as you would probably expect. The upper is made out of a combination of textiles, as you can kind of see around the toe area and kind of near the ankle. You're also going to have some genuine leather overlays on here too, and these have a no-sew overlay setup to give you added reinforcement, which does lead me into the support category. And these actually played pretty solid. The textiles are thin, but they do hold up well, and the upper doesn't really move around. I didn't notice any heel slipping or anything like that either. And then the area around your ankle is going to have like some cushion inside that design to make them a little bit more comfortable to play in and just to wear. So that was nice. And then this is definitely about as light as it gets for a basketball shoe. These come out to be around 390 grams for one shoe, and I mean just anything less than 400 is definitely going to be considered a lightweight shoe. So a lot of that comes from there not being nearly as much cushion involved in these as some other shoes, and they don't get a lot of special details or like features across the design, so that is going to play a factor. So to finish off with traction, these have a wavy design that kind of runs all the way from the front and back across the entire shoe. And these aren't great, but they're definitely not bad. There's a little bit of stickiness to them, but it does wear off pretty quick on a dustier court, which is kind of what I have been playing on lately. But they do have some durable rubber used by Nike, making them a solid candidate for outdoor basketball shoe. Although I can't really say that with a ton of confidence, because for me, on an outdoor court where it's a little bit harder surface, you'd probably want something a little softer for like, some better impact protection. But the grooves aren't deep, but they definitely aren't shallow either. So durability isn't really my concern with these, even with them being a cheaper model. But, as for sizing, I did go true to size, and that did work good for me. These aren't a wide shoe, so you could probably get away with going, a half size up if you need that extra space, or that's how you like your shoe to feel. But, overall, the Nike Fly.by Mid 2 What's an interesting shoe to test out just after spending so much time and, you know, some higher priced and, you know, let's face it, probably some higher quality shoes too. But my only fatal flaw on these is just they probably could be a little bit better for the cushioning. I would recommend like using insoles or something like that just to soften these up. I'm just not sure that they have enough just to go on the way that they are for, you know, extended periods of time if you're going to be playing basketball a lot in these. But yeah, for the support, I mean, they're definitely, you know, playable on this model. It's not bad for Nike's basketball shoe, one of their cheapest shoes that they got. So if you're interested in buying these and you want to support our channel, we do have an affiliate link in the description that does give us a little commission that just goes back into reviewing more shoes. So feel free to check that out. But that wraps up this performance review. Until next review, I'm Landon from Shoewear. Peace.